Students, today we are going to take the more information about returns to scale. Students, in last video we have already taken the information about the law of variable proportion. The law of variable proportion arises because factor proportions change as long as one factor is held constant and other is increased. Then what happens if both factors can change? Remember, this can be happen only in the long run. Means in the long run we can change the both factors of the product because there is a sufficient time to change the factors of the production. So the law of returns to scale explain the physical relationship between input means raw material, land, labor, capital, seeds, fertilizers, machines, and output means the production of the commodity in the long run. Means this law explains the behavior of output means the production of commodity when the quantities means amount of all inputs are changed in the same proportion means in the same part. Students, there are some stages of the returns to scale. When all input are changed in the same proportion means in the same part, then total product responds in three different ways. First one, increasing returns to scale. Second one, constant returns to scale. And last one, diminishing returns to scale. Students, we explain this with the help of the table. See here, in the table, the first column shows the factor combination. Second column shows the scale of inputs, that is labor and capital. Third column shows the total product and last column shows marginal product. The first stage is the increasing returns to scale. Here, increasing returns to scale means when a proportional increase in all inputs result in an increase in output by a larger means the greater proportion, then it is called increasing returns to scale. For example, if 100% increase in all the factors by a firm result is more than 100% increase in the total output. Means if the firm increases 100% in all the factors of the production, then what is result? There is an increase more than the 100% in the total product. See here, if we used 2 units of labor and 1 unit of capital, then the total product is 20 quintals and marginal product it is also the 20 quintals. Likewise, if we use the 6 units of the labor and 3 units of the capital, then the total product is 90 quintals and marginal product is 40 quintals. Means here the total product is increasing at increasing rate. So this is the stage of increasing returns to scale. Then next one is constant returns to scale. Constant returns to scale means when a proportional increase in all inputs results in an increase in output by a same proportion, then it is said the constant returns to scale. For example, if increase in all factors by 100% result in 100% increase in the total product. See here, if 8 units of the labor and 4 units of the capital are used then total product is 140 quintals and marginal product is 50 quintals. When we use the 12 units of the labor and 6 units of the capital, then the total product is 240 quintals and marginal product is 50 quintals. See here, the total product is increases with the 50 quintals, like 140 plus 50 is equal to 190. Likewise, 190 plus 50 is equal to 240. Means here the total product and marginal product is increases at the same proportion. So this is the constant returns to scale. Then next one is diminishing returns to scale. Means when a proportional increase in all inputs results in an increase in output by a smaller proportion. For example, 100% increase in all factors causes 80% increase in total output. Means if we increases 100% increase in all factors of the production, then there is only 80% increase in the total product. See here, if 14 units of the labor and 7 units of the capital are used, then the total product is 310 quintals and marginal product is 30 quintals. Likewise, if we use the 18 units of the labor and 9 units of the capital, the total product is 340 quintals and marginal product is 10 quintals. Means here the total product is increases. But how it is increases? It increases at diminishing, means the decreasing rate. And here if we observe, then we will come to know the marginal product is a declines, means it is a decreases. So it is the diminishing returns to scale. Students, this is all about the law of returns to scale and the stages of the returns to scale. Thank you.